In Minnesota's latest budget forecast, both good news.
We now project a budget surplus of nearly $2.5 billion at the end of the current 26-27 biennium. And that is $575 million more than our end of session estimate.
And bad news.
We now project a negative balance of $2.9 billion in FY 28-29. This is about $1.8 billion worse than the end of session, and that's driven by a worsening structural imbalance.
Minnesota's latest forecast showed a mixed bag of economic outlook. Efforts made by the state legislature have upped the surplus for this legislative biennium by more than $500,000. But even with those efforts, increased expenditures on things like rising healthcare costs have the state eyeing down a $3 billion deficit in fiscal years 28 and 29.
In total, basic care spending is projected to be about $1 billion higher per biennium than we projected at the end of session.
State Budget Director Anna Mingy says those projections are mainly due to higher basic care costs and other factors. While Mingy says federal policy has had an incremental impact on that, it's not the biggest driving factor.
I would say, in general, the managed care costs and some of these higher per person cost trends that we're observing are not the result of the federal reconciliation bill.
One item that wasn't included in MMB's numbers was fraud. The agency says that money that's been defrauded is included in the increased spending section of their forecasts, but only to the extent that it's increasing spending in a way they can monitor. While the forecast is now out in the open, lawmakers now will use it to start planning what's next. And MMB is optimistic they'll be able to handle that deficit.
Policymakers have demonstrated a willingness to make hard choices, and this remains a solvable problem. And there are several indicators pointing in our favor as we move forward.
Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.